Alright, well, hello again, YouTube. It's been a little while, because nothing's really changed, but on my way... Ooh, I gotta roll down the window a little bit. I'm on my way home from getting my MRI, which, if you haven't had an MRI, holy shit. I was not claustrophobic before I went in there, by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I used to be on the confined space rescue team and that kind of stuff. I've done confined space training. I was a scuba diver. I mean, it's not something that bothers me, but that was an interesting experience. You sit in this tube that hums very loudly for like a half hour, and your body tingles and stuff. It was strange. It was very, very different. I've had CAT scans before, but I'd never had an MRI. That was, I can't even put that into words. Like that, I got out of there. I was like trembling. That was weird. But I have the CD now, you know, from them that has all the images on it. So when I go to my chiropractor at 2 o'clock this afternoon in about just about 4 hours now, 3.5, 4 hours, I'll bring that, and hopefully he'll be able to look at it and figure out, okay, this is what we need to do, and maybe finally get this to somewhere where I can start doing something. But you know, we'll see where it goes. I've been doing more. I've been walking the dogs a lot around the churchyard across the street from us. It's not far, but I do it a few times a day. I've found out that I can walk both of them at the same time if I'm careful with it, because the little one, Greta, used to get all tangled up with Dipsy, the big one. Greta's the little black one. I've showed you guys Dipsy in one of the tool belt videos. Dipsy was the chocolate lab. So I got a chocolate lab who's just about 10 years old. She'll be 10 in May. And I've got she's just about 2 years old, little black lab named Greta. Greta's actually my dog, and Dipsy, the chocolate lab, came with my wife. When I met my wife, she had Dipsy, and she's just become our dog over the years. But I found that I can finally walk them together on 2 different leashes, and it works well. But I've been doing that just to do something, and even just the little walking around the churchyard after a couple of revolutions, which is, you know, a couple of times around the field and the property. It can't be more than 1/4 of a mile, if that, maybe I don't know, 1/8 of a mile. But it's a short distance. It's not far. I go around 2 or 3 times, and my back hurts, and I gotta go home and sit down and relax for it. My church actually it's a cool idea, and I'm hoping that my back will get better and I'll be able to do the other ones. But they do, the church that I go to that's across the street from my house, and actually one of the guys who will be watching this, I'm sure, is the guy who set it up. It's a program called Pathfinders, and essentially it's a hiking group. It's an interest group, a hiking interest, people who are interested in hiking and being outside. And this is tomorrow, because tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow's going to be their first one at around 10:30, I think. They're doing a mile and a half trail near the village that I live in, and I actually would love to be able to do it with them. And I don't know that it's a good idea for me to go and try to do that with my back, which kind of upsets me, because I'd like to be involved in that. I used to red and blue lights up here. I don't know what's going on. Something at the senior center. There was a... Oh, you know what it probably is? It's probably like a blood pressure clinic or something for the elderly, or maybe a maybe they're finally vaccinating people because there's a state plate vehicle there from the Emergency Management Agency. Oh yeah, there's a ton of people there. That's got to be. They're either vaccinating or they're... Oh, that's a bit ridiculous. I won't get into that, but maybe they're vaccinating people or something. But I think that's good. I was making the "oh, that's ridiculous" remark about something else that I won't get into because it's not polite. But yeah, so they're doing that. But the church Pathfinder group, I like it. I like the idea of it, and I really wish that I could be involved with it tomorrow. But they've got some bigger hikes, and now my son and I have done 20-mile hikes. We've done 25-mile hikes with overnights, and that's what we do. Some people play basketball with their kids. Some people, that's one of the things that we do, because we go fishing, we go hunting, but hiking has always been something that we've always enjoyed, my son and I. I'm trying to think. We would even do it when we just would go regular camping. We'd find paths that we could do, and it's nice. It's fun. So I wish I could be doing it with them tomorrow, but unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to, because my back is just not gonna take it. But hopefully the MRI this afternoon. Well, I got the MRI now. I've got the disc on the seat next to me. Hopefully he'll figure it out and he can, recommend something, because I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna start misbehaving probably and do things that I shouldn't, which I know I shouldn't do, and I know I'm not supposed to do, but I'm getting frustrated. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens. I'm almost home now. Coming into some good farmland here. Cool area here. You can see actually all of this farm is owned. I don't know what that house is. I think that might even be part of that family. All of this farmland here is owned by, I don't know if you can see it, you probably can, is owned by that house there, and it's huge. It's all well, I'll show you right now. That's what they farm. They farm cows. They're a cattle farm, and they do dairy and they do meat, and they're called Timber Doodle Farm, and they're owned by a local family. The wife is I forget what they call them in Rhode Island, but they're game wardens, but they do a lot more than that. They do like commercial fishing enforcement and stuff. Environmental police. She's an environmental police officer, and her and her husband own that farm. And they, like I said, they do meat and dairy, and I have had the meat. It is phenomenal. It's really good. They do a really good New York club steak. They do really good cuts of meat. The meat they have is really good. During the pandemic, during the quarantine, because we're still in the middle of the pandemic, even though nobody wants to admit it. During the quarantine, that's where we got our meat, and that's so good. And actually, I was getting rid of some furniture a little while back, and I put it on the Facebook thing, and she saw it. The woman who owns the farm saw it, and she wanted the furniture, and she brought me over these thick cut steaks that must have been 2.5, 3 inches thick. Oh my God, they were so good. So she got she got the furniture she wanted so that she could do her, I guess she refinishes it and does different projects with it. So she got that, and I got the steak, but I'm going to head in now. I hope wherever you are, you're comfortable, and God is with you. Thank you.